the old is gone now, but Microsoft is in a bit of a position where it has to prove itself now. And here's the news story about that I was mentioning earlier. Microsoft will reportedly reveal its plans for Bethesda this week, so we will be keeping a very close eye on that. Apparently on Thursday, we don't know what time, but there's going to be some sort of video presentation that
we are hopefully going to cover that live. I have some news that I'm going to drop now because it's not. This is unconfirmed. This is rumors, speculation, and good old Syb's clairvoyance kicking in here. So, a little bit of news on future projects. Everybody should be asking themselves, what does this mean for the future? What kind of games are we going to get? What's the stuff going on? Are they going to start working on another Fallout game right away? This is a really good question. This is a question that I am very excited to know about. And I am super, super excited to see if we're going to get another Fallout game. I am so excited for another Fallout game. Do you know that on their current pace, we're not expected to get a new Fallout game until close to 2030?
Well, yes. Their
current pace.
Bethesda Game Studios, they have to put out Starfield, and then there's going to be Elder Scrolls 6, which is years away still. So yes,
we're
and then several years past that, we might get another Fallout, which is insane.
Even if so, at the current rate, as of their current rate under ZeniMax like a week ago, at the current rate, we were not expecting another game from them in the Fallout universe until the soonest was going to be like 2025, 2027. And the latest, quite possibly, would be 2030. Horrendous, nightmarish. However, let's put a pin on that. So, the rumor is going, and what I believe we will be announced. Again, this is heavy speculation on my part. Little bit of rumor that I've heard people talking about. Again, rumor, nothing concrete, just talking with some devs and talking with some friends and people mentioning, there's some interesting things going on. So what are these interesting things that are going on? Well, as you may or may not know, the people who largely worked on the original Fallout 1 and 2, most of those people who worked on Fallout 2, if you were to take the sampling of the people who worked on Fallout 2, and 5 of them are working together today and nobody else is, then those 5 people are the team that is still quote unquote, the original team, right? So if you use that logic, now it's more than 5. In fact, it's a lot more than 5. There is still a large majority of people that have worked on Fallout 2 and on Fallout New Vegas. Those people are also owned by Microsoft. And those people were about to start production about a year ago. Was announced that they were going to start production on a new game that was essentially a competitor to Elder Scrolls. Now, if you are Microsoft and you just paid a lot of money to get both Bethesda and Obsidian, and you get them into a room, and you guys are like, hey, we own you both now. What are you guys working on? And Obsidian says, hey, we're working on a competitor to Elder Scrolls. It's brand new. Nobody knows anything about it. It's a great idea. We have lots of great ideas about it. You'll hear that and you'll go, well, why would we want to put money behind that when really we don't want to have you guys release a game that directly competes with the next Elder Scrolls? Elder Scrolls is Elder Scrolls, and it's going to carry itself. And as long as it's good, then that's great. So here's my pitch to you, says one of the heads over at Microsoft, as he turns to Obsidian, says, what is your guys' dream project that you all want to work on? That you all, as much as unanimously as you can, agree on that you want to work on. What would that project be? All of the people at Obsidian raised their hands and said, if we could work on any project that we wanted to work on, we would love to work on a second part to New Vegas. Well, says Microsoft, just so happens that we own this IP right now, but let's be fair to Bethesda. Bethesda, what are you guys working on right now? We're working on this thing called Starfield. And what are you working on after that? Oh, after that, we'll be working on Elder Scrolls. I see. And what are you going to be working on after that? Well, by that time, we'll probably want to get back to the Fallout thing. All right. And you have an idea for a Fallout that's based on the West Coast? No. This will be East Coast still. We're going to move to a different place, quite possibly New York. Quite possibly. Wink, wink. Oh, okay. All right. Well, would you have now that we own you guys? Is there anybody here who would say no to Obsidian working on New Vegas?
Now,
New Vegas.
Okay, so this is a very interesting little scene you've painted for us, but this is speculation on your part, is it not?
Oh, yeah. I'm winking heavily right now, saying that this is speculation. And again, I do mean this. This is still fairly speculation on my part.
So you just think it's very likely that they could, but
I can tell you this, that one of the most excited groups of people, upon hearing that Microsoft was going to buy out Bethesda, one of the most excited group of people was a very core group sitting over at Obsidian.
Interesting. So what about Avowed though? I mean, it has sort of been pitched as a like, I don't know that Obsidian pitched it like that, but it's people have looked at it and looked at what they've announced, and Avowed does look like it was going to try to take a bite out of that same market as appeals to the Elder Scrolls fans. So what now? Like, they're not tossing Avowed aside, right?
They may or may not be. I would say that again, that probably follows. There's probably a lot of internal discussion and dialogue going on in regards to that. There's also their boss there at Obsidian, who a lot of people are a little unhappy with. Again, I concur that he's made some mistakes. He's definitely had some errors. He's made some errors in the past. I would say that he was between a rock and a hard place when he was making those decisions, and that I don't think any of the decisions that he could possibly have made would have made everybody happy. I think, again, I'm not a big fan of what he did. What he did with certain people and writers and whatnot was not good, and I really long for the day that I can, possibly forcibly take a bunch of people and put them in a room and give them tea and crumpets until they make up and people apologize and shake hands and get past this. I would love that. Will we get that? I don't know. But
will we get a New Vegas 2? It's obviously very possible. It's
at this point, it is more possible now than ever before.
For sure.
Because if you want to pump out a new game, and you want it to be a success, and you want it to have a good, strong IP, and you want to have something that hits that itch that people have been crying and begging for, Fallout 5, not what you want to do. Fallout New Vegas.
Now New Vegas.
That would turn heads. Now, of course, it's not going to be called that, but that project would turn heads. There are very few gamers that are fans of Fallout who would not immediately jump at that, and that would also be a break from Bethesda doing stuff. Could offer a clean break from that, wash that taste of 76 out of your mouth, and give you something new to say, here you go. Try this. As a return to Fallout at its peak greatness, try this. It would be perfect. Is it what's going to happen? I don't know. I can't promise you one way or the other, but I can say that there were a lot of people who were very excited at the prospect of Bethesda joining the Microsoft team. And there was a lot of those people that were very excited that worked at a certain studio who have been dreaming for years about working on their first love, which was the first game that many of these people made, which was the Fallout West Coast universe.